Hello everybody, welcome. Hope everyone has been having a good week, or 2 weeks. I'll be starting in just a moment. Alrighty, hello everybody. It has been a while. I've had a very busy week, but I'm excited to get back into this. And I think at the moment I am at Matthew 6:16. So let us get into it. Oh, let me get comfortable. I should have gotten comfortable when I was waiting for the stream to start. Alrighty. Is that bright enough? Should be. Looks like I got halfway through this verse before I stopped. I still haven't got a good system. to keep this straight. Moreover, when you fast, do not be like the hypocrites with a sad countenance, for they disfigure their faces that they may appear to men to be fasting. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. Usually I have this a bit wider, but it's a hassle. I think I just broke everything. Shit. Alright, I'm back. Bit of technical difficulties. But you. when you fast, anoint your head, and wash your face. Do not appear to men. To be fasting. But to your Father. Who is in the secret place. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. Yeah, that's it's a repeat. Moreover, when you fast, do not be like the hypocrites with a sad countenance, for they disfigure. I missed a word. There. I missed a word. Yeah. Ooh. Their faces, that they may appear to men to be fasting. Assuredly I say to you, they have their reward. But you, when you fast, anoint your head and wash your face, so that you do not appear to men to be fasting, but to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. This is exactly the same as you, when you pray, go into your room. When you shut the door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. What's the date? 29th. All right. Another page. was 16 up to 17, page 17. Sorry, I haven't done this in a while. Sorry, I'm a little confuzzled. And I'm up to lay up treasures in heaven. Do not lay up for yourselves treasures on earth. Where moth and rust destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys, and where thieves do not break in and steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. The lamp of the body lamp of the body is the eye. The lamp of the body is the eye. I don't think I've ever heard that referenced by anybody before. If therefore your eye is good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eye is bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Exclamation point. Wow. Cannot serve God. No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will be loyal to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. Two masters. He will be loyal to the one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. What is mammon? Gosh, it's cold. Let me quickly search this up. Mammon, biblical term for riches, Mammon has been used to negatively describe the pursuit of wealth. It has been used in both religious and secular contexts. It is derived from the Aramaic mammona. The word is rendered mammonas in Greek and mammona in late Latin. In English, mammon was used in the KJV of the Bible and persisted as a word in other literature, though most modern Bibles variously use wealth, riches, or gain. Interesting. This word survived straight from Jesus' times. Do not worry. Therefore, I say to you, do not worry about your life. Your life. What you will eat, or what you will drink. Nor about your body. What you will put on. Is not life more than food, and the body more than clothing? Question mark. Wow, that's a bad question mark. Look at the birds of the air. For they neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns. Yet your Heavenly Father feeds them. Are you not of more value than they? Which of you, by worrying, can add 1 cubit to his stature? Oh, I've wrote that word so badly. You can't see, but I've crossed it out now. It's right here. Stature. I just know that if I leave it like that, I'm not going to remember what that word is. Now slightly better. Stature. Stature. Statue? What does it mean? Is what I'll be asking myself. So at the bottom of every page I date it, so I know when I finished it. So this one, I did the 6th of July, and this one, 29th of July. Look at that. Flip the page. Whoa, wait, hold on. Matthew 6:27. Matthew 6:27. Matthew 2:7. Done quite a bit. Try to light it up. Ugh. Matthew 6:28. So why do you worry about clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. And yet, I say to you, Sorry, my wife came in. She's gonna make me a steak. And by that, I mean microwave some steaks that we had left over from a barbecue on the weekend. But I love it nonetheless. And yet I say to you that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. Now if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow is thrown into the oven. Will he not much more clothe you, oh, you of little faith? Question mark. Alright, I feel like I was distracted. So why do you worry about clothing? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow. They neither toil nor spin. And yet I say to you that even Solomon, in all his glory, was not arrayed like one of these. Now if God so clothes the grass of the field, which today is, and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, will he not much more clothe you, O you of little faith? I imagine he's talking about wheat, which gets shocked and then thrown into the oven. I don't know. I'm actually gonna search this up. 36 30 6:30. Oops. Search up the meaning. Yes, it is encouraging believers to trust in God's provision. Which, yes, that's the most basic understanding of it. It's good. I guess this is kind of an explanation. Now he brings the point of that illustration home. God cares much more deeply about his children than he does about birds or about flowers. The wild lilies are considered only grass here. They spring up. Oh, God. Help me. Not get tomato sauce everywhere, please. Here is my food. I switch to this. I'll eat. The wild lilies are considered only grass here. They spring up, bloom in splendor, and quickly die before being raked up and burned. If God provides clothing for them, Jesus says, don't you think he will clothe you? Christ has already pointed out that God's blessings does not always mean worldly comfort. I mean, it's interesting. Clothes the grass of the field without any toiling. The lilies are clothed in splendor despite doing nothing equivalent to human work. So that's interesting. It's good to know. See if there's any other explanation for this one. Alright, I'm gonna have to turn the video off for this one. Alright, I'm back. That was a very chewy steak. But delicious. Alright, what are we up to? Matthew 6:31. I will say, writing the Bible does teach you patience. And you know what? I'm glad I'm doing the Old Testament last, because if I was doing Leviticus, I think I wouldn't get through it in a very timely manner like I am with these ones. Like, I want to move on. I want to get to chapter 7. Oh gosh, chapter 7's right there. Alright, well. But I want to move on to the next book. And that's not for a while. It is definitely very slow and methodical. But good. And there are bits in here that I have never heard of. Like, the lamp of the body is the eye. Like, I don't think I've heard anyone quote that before, and I must have just skimmed over that in different readings. I mean, I've heard something to that effect before. Yeah, the eye is the lamp of the body. Yeah, it's not really a no, it's similar to the verse of, like, not letting your eyes wander, like lust. And yeah, if your eye causes you to sin, rip it out. That's Matthew 18, you know. So I'll be there in about a year. Alright, let's get back to it. I feel like I've heard this song. Cool. Okay, finally. Let's do this. Matthew 6:31. Therefore, do not worry, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall or what shall we wear? For after all these things the Gentiles seek. Amen. your Heavenly Father knows that you need all these things. But seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added to you. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow. For tomorrow will worry about its own things. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Chapter 7. I think I've been doing blue numbers now. I think that's the latest. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, chapter 6 I did with blue number. I've got to like write down a key or something to be consistent. Up to 7. How should a bubbly 7 look like? I kind of just wing it generally, by the way, so if you hate that, well, you're gonna have to deal with it. How many lines do I usually take up? Oh. I mean, that's a person just winging it. That's not a bad 7. Just gotta color it in. Make sure I can color in lines. Yeah, I did the other numbers red before I realized how much red I was going to be using. But since I won't be using blue that much, apart from like titles, etc., blue is safe. I think I've done some shading. I don't think my camera's going to be able to pick that up. Do not judge. Short and sweet. All right. Judge not the end, that you be not. Oh, I'm drawing on myself. Not judged. Duh! For with what judgment you judge, you will be judged. Oops, judge without the D. You will be judged. And with the measure you use, it will be measured back to you. And why do you look at the speck in your brother's eye, but do not consider the plank in your eye. Oh, how can you say to your brother, let me remove the speck from your eye? And look, a plank is in your own eye. hypocrite, hypocrite. First, remove the plank from your own what's page 19. First, remove the plank from your own eye. And then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Six. Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine, lest they trample them under their feet. And turn and tear you in pieces. Keep asking. Seeking. Okay. Ask, and it will be given to you. For everyone who asks receives, and he who seeks Sorry about the notifications, guys. I know you'll be hearing that. See if I can go to do not disturb or something. See what that will do. For everyone who asks, receives, and he who seeks, finds. And to him who knocks, it will be opened. Or what man is there among you who, if his son asks for bread, will give him a stone? Or if he asks for a fish, will he give him a serpent? If you then being evil know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father who is in heaven give good things to those who ask him? Exclamation point. Therefore, whatever you want men to do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets. the narrow way. Enter by the narrow gate. Four wide is the gate. And broad is the way that is to destruction. How many who go in by it? Because narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life. And there are few who find it. Oof. It's tense. Narrow is the gate and difficult is the way which leads to life. And there are few who find it. Yeah. You will know them by their fruits. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing. But inwardly they are ravenous. Wolves. Matthew 7:15. That is not blue. Page 20. You will know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? All right. I think I might call it there. I mean, look at this. I can finally put the last page there for this segment. So eventually, I should be able to fold this, and that becomes a booklet within a book, which is pretty wild. And I like to put an extra page in there. So maybe I can write like a bit about what Matthew is. But then yeah, there we go, Book of Matthew. Page 1, page 2, page 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then page 20. And then I guess this would be page 21 and 22, if I'm planning to put an extra page in there. But that does not mean I am anywhere close to being done in Matthew. Yeah. How many books in Matthew? How many chapters is what I mean. 28 chapters. So I'm a quarter of the way there. Once I finish this, and then I will have to go to the crucifixion. I'm excited for that. And there's some healing, some miracles later on. What else is there? Oh yeah, getting disciples. Oh, I think I already had that. Sending out the 12. No, there's some exciting stuff coming up. Sermon on the Mount is just the precursor. It's like the appetizer. It's like stuff you should do, you know, probably. Of course you should do it. And you should take it to heart. But the real stuff, Jesus' heart, that's coming up. It's coming up next. So, yeah, leave it at that. Yeah, I guess I'm doing 6 pages per segment. Doesn't really change much, I think. I don't know, I only got 100 pages of this loose leaf. But if I can do 7 chapters, that means I only need 4 of these. So that means I only need about 20 pages. That means yeah, I can finish the book of Matthew in 20 pages. Roughly. We'll say it's roughly 20 pages. By 20 pages, I mean that's technically 200 and... No, sorry. What type of math is that? It's technically 80 pages. I'll be writing 80 pages of those small A5 pages. Technically. Oh, that was a good sesh. Well, I'll probably try to do these probably Tuesdays and Thursdays. I think that's a good time. It works with my schedule. So if you want to tune in, then I want to try doing it not at night in Australia. At the moment, it's 8:50 p.m. in Australia, and I think I want to try do it at like 6 a.m. Get up, read the word, write the word, and then go about my day. And then I can do it most days. I don't have to stick to Tuesdays and Thursdays to get my nights out. Get my nights back. But I don't know. I'll try that for a bit and we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, if you are watching. Bye guys, God bless.